Hello, my fellas. I'm white. So do you guys remember Ollie London? You know, the white guy who changed his race to Korean? Well, we got a whole bunch of mini hymns running around TikTok right now, and it's called the RCTA community. And what does that stand for? Race changing to another. So people have called out this behavior on TikTok, and every single time that somebody does, or most of the time when somebody does, the comments are filled with, RCTA is valid! No, it's not. So when people in the RCTA community talk about changing to another race, they talk about it as if they're getting bullied for their race. They just never really fit in with their culture. Now, let me explain. Most of the people in the RCTA community are white. And they're not changing to white. They're white. And all of the people in this community have their own face claim. Basically, a face claim is them claiming someone else's face as their own because they like the way that that person looks. Most of the time, when people in that community are looking for a face claim, they find a normal ass person off of TikTok, or they scroll on Pinterest and make that person their face claim. So now that I've provided some context as to what the RCTA community is, let me show you some TikToks. Now I know what you're thinking. Jace, are we sure that this is real? There's no way people could actually be thinking about this. And let me tell you, I know that this is real. A lot of the accounts are satire now, but what I've discovered is pure. What did I discover, you may ask? How did I discover it? Well, I went undercover on RCTA TikTok. Here is my master plan. Let me stand up. I'm gonna create a TikTok account and get on the RCTA side of TikTok. And then, hold on, I have it written down. I don't know this by memory. I'm not a professional, dude. I'm gonna pretend to be one of them so I can get on that side of TikTok without ruining my own For You page. Then, I'm gonna make some mutuals, and I'm gonna talk to them, and I'm gonna get in the crux. I'm gonna get in their little brains to see why they're RCTA, what's going on. I'm gonna be doing some investigative journalism here. That's pretty much it for now. Onward. I've posted my RCTA TikTok. I posted 30 minutes ago. I made it. I said my name is Jennifer, which I shouldn't have said my name is Jennifer because I have a friend named Jennifer and I like her. I'm gonna put my first video here. That's it. Reception hasn't been good, obviously. I expected that. However, I did want to get on the RCTA, like, is valid side of TikTok because I want to get invited to one of their Discord servers so that I can see what they talk about. That is one of my goals. Get invited to RCTA Discord. Make RCTA mutuals, you know. This video is going to be a process. The comments on this video are... Let me read one. The first comment that I got on this video, which made me laugh, it says, "Oh, we still doing this?" Actually grateful that my parents love me after taking a scroll on TikTok, seeing stuff like this. People are calling me racist. Also, I want to point out I am Hispanic. I'm not gonna do like any like stereotypes that the RCTA people do because I just don't want to do that. But I do want to point out that I am half Hispanic. So please don't like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying for real. So it is day 2 of being on RCTA TikTok. Posted a second video today. Here. That's the second video that I posted. In an attempt to get on the RCTA is valid side of TikTok, I filtered comments, but you can only update the comment filter thing like 5 times. a day. So people have, like, every time that I would get like a new comment, I'd find like another phrase to limit, but you know, people, whatever. Let me read some of the comments. What the flip? You can't be serious, dog. Please tell me this is satire. Also, for my face claim, I said my face claim is Jenna Ortega. Here's why I picked a celebrity. Most RCTA pages pick like normal ass people that they find on Pinterest and they make that their face claim. I don't want to do that. I did make some RCTA mutuals. I messaged them, but none of them messaged me back. I just said hi. I'm really trying to get invited to an RCTA Discord. I might just make my own and post about it so people join it and I see what they talk about. God, I really want to get invited to a Discord, but I could cross off that the mutuals thing because I have 2. I didn't make any progress on day 3 and I had started feeling like I was just going to be at a standstill. Like that would just be the end of my little RCTA journey. RCTA video is going down the drain. I felt like the 3 days that I had put into this video were just going in the trash and that there would be no video for me to upload. But then, my holy grail. A few days ago, I had commented on this girl's TikTok asking her if I could have the link to the Discord server that she created. She had finally responded to me with the link to the Discord. And I was in. This was a huge break for me. My heart started to race, and I felt like I had just struck gold. But as soon as I got into the Discord server, I had to punch a digital ticket, and it took me into a private text channel, and I had to essentially apply to be in this Discord server. They were running the shit like the Navy. And they had me answer this series of questions. Why are you RCTA? What race/ethnicity? Do you have a TikTok account? How/where did you find the server? You had to tell them about your new country. While I was answering the questions, one of the mods realized that I created my account, my Discord account, the day before. And they confronted me about that. And I started to panic a little bit. My heart started beating in my chest a little faster. Once again, I started to panic and I started thinking about all the 3 days that I had put into this video. Were they just not gonna let me into the Discord server because I didn't create my Discord account early enough? Anyway, I lied. Anyway, I answered the questions and a few minutes later, I got verified and I had access to all the text channels. Let me tell you what I found. So, in RCTA culture, as I stated before, there's face claims and they have an entire channel for just face claims. And almost every single one of the face claims are Asian women. And not just any Asian women, Korean women. They had a whole text channel for just subliminals. All of the subliminals were for monolids. Almost every single person in this server was going from white to Korean. People were stating that they're transitioning to Korean because they think Korean people are so pretty and they love the makeup there and they've always wanted to be like them. I found a few people that stated that they're transitioning because they just fell in love with the culture. Which, you can love a culture and respect a culture and not transition to it. Also, some RCTA people on TikTok are claiming, well, if you can change genders, why can't you change races? Are you serious? RCTA simply stems from insecurity. It's purely insecurity. And it's sad, but there's no science behind it. Something that makes me sad about the RCTA community is that most of the people in it are like 14 and 15, which is like the prime insecurity time. And it does stem from the media, which I hate saying that because I feel like I sound like a newscaster. I think I'm done talking now. I'm not going to use the Goat Simulator music as my outro music because I'm just sad. Stop looking at me.